Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's look I'll be playing with two palettes. One is called the Ofra Bright Addiction palette and the other one is the Morphe 35B eye palette, which I'm sure you have seen coming by on my channel very often. But the first thing, like always, I'm going to prime my eyelids, and I like to use the MAC Cosmetics Soft Ochre Paint Pot. This is my favorite eyeshadow primer, just because it makes sure that the eyeshadow stays in place flawless. And once I have applied this, I'm going to set it with a little bit of translucent powder, just so it doesn't move. Then I'm going to use the Morphe palette, starting with this matte white shade, and I'm going to apply this underneath the highest point of my eyebrow. And I'm pressing this using my MAC 242 brush and just applying this a thin layer. Then I'm going to use the Ofra palette using this very vibrant lime green shade, and I'm going to blend it all over my crease using a blending brush from the brand Makeup Addiction. When I'm done with blending that lime green shade, I'm going to pick this green shade, which looks more of a green grass shade. And I'm pressing this in my outer V, and then once I'm done with that, I'm going to softly blend it more towards my crease area. I'm not going to blend it all the way up, just like I did with the lime green shade, but just a little bit lower so you can still see that lime green shade showing up right above it. Then I'm picking this dark green shade from the Morphe palette. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm first going to press this in my outer V, and then once I'm done with that, I'm going to focus a little bit more towards my crease. But I want most of the product to be in my outer V, just because it's quite a dark shade and I don't want it to be too intense in my crease. So I'm just going to softly build it up by first pressing this in my outer V and then softly building it up towards my crease. And I switch my brush into a more tinier one, which is the Morphe M507. And just because it's a bit more easier. Then I'm going to use the black shade from the Morphe palette and doing the same thing again. I know I'm repeating myself constantly, but I just like to kind of start with light shades and then build it up by going darker and darker. And I know, like, doing this method, it will take you a bit more time, but it just never feels to me. I always get like the result I want, but it will take a little bit more time. Then I'm going back in with that dark green shade and using that, I used a different brush. This is the Morphe E45, and I'm going to blend it a little bit around the edges, just because black can be really hard to work with. So to make sure that there are no harsh lines, I'm just going around the edges to soften it out. Then I'm going back in with that grass green shade from the Ofra palette and blending this around the edges as well, using the Morphe M507 brush again. And just to make sure that everything is blended out. Now I'm going back in again with that black shade, just because of all that blending. I felt like the black wasn't that intense anymore, and I really wanted my outer V to be very black. And the problem is, when you go in with a lot of matte shades, sometimes the eyeshadow doesn't really apply nicely anymore. So I didn't got it as black as I wanted it to be, but it's now blacker than it was before. Then I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I'm going to apply this over my eyelid. I'm not going to do apply this all over the eyelid. I'm going to stop around my outer V, because I'm going to create a sort of half cut crease with a smoked outer V area. Sometimes I use shadow shields to really get that sharp line at the end, but for this look I wanted to do something different, just because I have to be a bit more creative on my channel and not always use that shadow guard to make it sharp, and I just like how it looks. But it's nice to kind of switch it up. So let me know if you like more like a type of round smoked effect, or if you like a sharp end. So now I'm going to use this lime green shade, applying this on the eyelid right next to where I just applied the white shade. And I'm going to use the same shades on the eyelid as I used in my crease. Then I'm going to use the grass green shade, applying this in the middle part. And I just want to quickly mention that I'm not going all the way up towards like the upper part of my lid, if that makes sense. I'm going to keep a little line empty, and later on you will see why I'm doing this, because it just gives that extra effect. But just so you know, if you recreate this, don't go up all the way on top of the eyelids. So now I'm using this dark green shade, applying it next to that grass green shade, also applying it slightly on top of it so the eyeshadows melt into each other. And for this I'm using the MAC 242 brush, my favorite brush ever for applying eyeshadows. Then I'm going to use the black eyeshadow again, applying this in my outer V, just because I want like this shade to be on the eyelid as well, and then kind of blending into my crease. So now you can see why I did that I didn't went all the way up towards my crease. Now you can see a line of concealer which is left, which gives you a sort of double negative space effect. Now I'm going in with this MAC Fascinating Eye Pencil, which is just a simple white pencil. And make sure that you really sharpen it so it's like as precise as possible. And I'm just going over that line that I created to make it extra white. Then I'm going to use the Inglot gel eyeliner, and I'm going to use this to create a line above my lash line. And for this look I didn't want it to do a winged liner, just because I don't think it's necessary. And if I would do a winged liner, then the end, like I created this whole smoky effect around my outer V. And if I would do eyeliner, that whole effect would be like gone, I guess. So I'm just keeping it with a line. Then on top of that, I'm going to use this NYC liquid liner just to seal the gel eyeliner. I feel like applying a liquid liner on top of gel eyeliner, it makes it look extra black. And sometimes you have certain places where your skin is still showing through. And this kind of seals it, if that makes sense. It just makes it look really nice. Then for my waterline, I'm using this Inglot black kohl pencil. First time trying it out. One of my subscribers recommended it to me, so I really wanted to try it out, and it's amazing. So lately I've been using a few different pencils for my waterline. One of them is the Balm Mr. Right pencil, which I also really like, but it's always nice to like try different products. And yeah, this one just really worked really well. So now below my lash line, I'm going to start with some black eyeshadow, pressing this softly right underneath where I just applied the pencil, and also on top of my waterline to kind of connect the black pencil with the black eyeshadow below my lash line. And I need your guys' advice. I'm really struggling with my YouTube channel. I want to do some more personal stuff, but I just don't know how, because I know you guys are subscribed for my eye looks, and I'm just kind of feeling like, how can I get more personal? Are you guys interested in seeing more personal videos? I have no idea. Do you want me to do like get ready with me videos while I'm just talking but not going like very in depth on the eyes, just like super simple eye looks? Because when I go outside somewhere, I do my makeup, it's not as dramatic as is in this video, just so you know. So just let me know if you want to see those kind of videos as well, because I don't know, I just feel like something is missing on my channel. I don't know. So now for my lashes, I'm going to use my Annytude Sultry eyelashes, which are one of my favorites. I'm going to launch some new lash styles next month, which are kind of looking like this one but different. But they will also give you like this super sultry effect, which I really like. But I'll keep you guys updated about that. So yeah, this is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I haven't done something green for such a long time. I was scrolling through my YouTube videos and it was really a long time ago. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I personally really like how it turned out. Somehow every time I do a matte eye look, like using only matte eyeshadows, I feel it always looks so pretty. I don't know what it is. I just guess I like matte eyeshadows. But yeah, this is the end. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did. That would be really sweet and helpful for my YouTube channel. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys! I'm feeling so fly up in the zone now. I'm like a golden